Okay. Oh man, I really should go back to that first stream and just count what those like first, I don't know, what 4 or 5 deaths are. Because if we look at it, I have, let's see, 50, 66, 68, 69, 71, 72, 78, 80, 82, 86, 92, 94. There's 4 deaths unaccounted for. Although I'm not quite sure with the, what was it? It was furnace golem. There's 1 or 2 there that's a little bit wibbly wobbly. But man, that first stream was long. It'd be easy to check, so all I'd have to do is like look through the death counter in the corner and see. But I haven't. I'm lazy. So before I begin in earnest with the continuance of the saga, the Clear Gray saga, thank you, Dill or Captain. I think it was Dill who suggested this for the anime adjacent name for Bobby Joe. I want to bring attention that between last stream and this one, Elden Ring received a minor update. You'll notice that calibrations version in the corner, it says 1.12.2 versus 0.1. All this altered was on PC. It did some performance things. Not relevant. I'm on the PS5. But they also... So the DLC leveling system to give you bonuses to compensate for the higher damage numbers across the board in the DLC and the higher HP values, they have that Skadutri fragment leveling. It goes 1 to 20, and what they did is they took the first half. Hey Donnie. But they made it so that the first 10 levels of it, of the DLC leveling, do more of the bonus to you than the second half did. This was a change they made between all the Bobby Joe streams before this and this one. But that's the only thing. Otherwise, the first, like Bobby Joe's first 16 hours, those streams, it was all blind. I have now gotten this character, finally, at great personal hardship. Not great personal hardship, it's just I spent a long time on it. Through the final boss of the DLC. So, I'm not going to be blind into this anymore. Ah, wow, that did not take long. Thanks, but no thanks. But yes, so let's go load up Bobby Joe, who is still a horrifying dragon creature. Let's hide that. I remember dying to bail the Dreadaton. Alright. Seems familiar. So last time I left off here, I thought this was going to be like a dungeon. It's not a dungeon. It's a big empty church. Not that there's anything wrong with a big empty church. Just, you know, I thought it was going to be a time investment to explore. Turns out. You can roll through all these for fun. You did mention... Where is it, though? The secret password betrays the message. Are porn bots actually lucrative in any sense? Like, who falls for them? You know, that stuff I always wonder about. Because you feel like they can't be, right? And yet, because they keep happening, they must be at least able to make back the investment, if not a profit. So I don't know if maybe just like it's a cheap enough effort to put in, and you only need to like strike it with like one. Because I guess the idea is, as long as you can find the right patsy to fall for it, probably a child who shouldn't be on the internet in that sense. You can milk them dry really quickly and get a big, quick payday. But I don't know. Okay, let's talk to this man.
Well, we don't often receive visitors. I am Emir. Welcome to Manus Meta. It is a pleasure to have you. In lands so forsaken as these, chance encounters are precious indeed. Seeing that we have convened here on this day, allow me to mark the occasion with a modest offering.
He gave us a hole-laden necklace and a ruins map. So let me see if I can get a good. Is that cloth? Oh, that's actually cloth, isn't it? Okay, that is cloth. I always thought maybe he had a weird thing going on with his head, but no, that's actually just more cloth around it. Sir, I don't trust you, but I do like your dress. Maybe they work in South Korea where it's all banned, or 60-year-old uncles. It could be. Now, I actually... Oh, I left the Okay, I'll turn this off later, actually. We have the recent items tab. I still hate these, but at least in this case, it's really straightforward where it's at. A simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Emir, High Priest, indicates the location of a hallowed ruin. I only wish to be of service. So it's directing us to Fingertown, because a hole-laden necklace, a pale blue necklace made from a thin, elongated stone, hollowed out from the inside, used at a hallowed ruin to sound a hanging bell. It was a teaching of Count Emir. The fate of the one who sounds the hanging bell will be guided by the stars. I'm moved by that phantom stagger. I'm taking damage right there. No, it's fine. If you look, we're in a no damage zone right now. I can't attack at all. I'm hitting like every attack button. I can't even take my... Oh, my physics empty anyways.
The map I gave you charts the site of a hallowed ruin.
Hallowed.
It is said that after sounding the hanging bell there, one's fate will be guided by the stars.
There are a lot of bloodstains, aren't there?
Give service to help those who fight for their purpose. I'm not mistaken, am I? I can see it in your eyes. You are a fighter, are you not?
Can you see it in my eyes, bro? Do I even have eyes in this form? I guess those are the tiny, like, white things. They look like they're, like, mostly covered up by eyelid.
Is something the matter? I've given you a map to the hallowed ruin. Oh, I suppose you expect a lesson of me, do you? I know the feeling. Those with purpose are nothing if not ravenous. For power. For truth.
Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Shin Godzilla looking him up. Yeah. I mean, they did Madeira and Dark Souls 3. They definitely took some inspiration from Shin Godzilla. Ask about glintstone sorcery.
I am a glintstone sorcerer. We study the stars and examine the life therein. Are you familiar with our findings? Long ago, we began as stardust, born of a great rupture far across the skies. We too are children of the greater will. Is that not divine? Is that not sublime? And yet, none can fathom its implications. Its utter brilliance.
I don't think I realized the first time I talked to him how culty he sounds. Not that that's weird for Elden Ring NPCs, but... So, he just does a bunch of magic stuff, which we can't use on Bobby Joe because he's dumb AF, but... Describes Fantasy Big Bang.
Oh yes, do mind your feet around the church. You wouldn't want to hurt the little boy.
Okay. What is that? says you wouldn't want to hurt the little boy. I I know who he's talking about, but I don't see him right now at this point. Mind you, that might be because I don't have my light on too. Although actually the red to blue is not helping. Like, I don't think you can actually hurt the thing he's saying. Make sure you don't hurt. Maybe it's hidden in these pews somewhere. If so, I don't see them. There's another one of the failed Harry Potter clones. It is not. One of those would arguably be cuter. Yeah, fair enough. That's really funny. Because half the time saying messaging from a place you're just going to check anyways. Even though 90% of the time they are just the most vicious of lies. Okay, well I tried looking. This is not who he was talking about, but Mick Edgerson here showed up. If we look, oh, sorry, ma'am. Is that? It's just clothing. You can't really see any good butt there. But you can notice that her katana, which she's holding, has like little bits of dark energy coming off. Yeah, I actually missed getting this armor set. I don't think you were in Ashes when he found it, but it's in one of the jails.
I've no interest in small talk. My only concerns are the concerns of Count Emir, and you are not among them.
Bruh, she is so mean.
Only, there is one thing I will say. Count Emir's kindness is a gift. Should you cross him, you will sorely regret it.
Lady Sauron, a little bit.
Be gone. There is nothing more to say. Be gone. There is nothing more to say.
Okay, well, there is nothing more to say, so let us be gone. Okay. God, do I have anything else to do? I did this. We have both of the Shadow Keeps things here. I found this. Oh, something interesting I found. I think more already left. On Bobby Joe, we'll see him later. Because I told him to... I didn't pick Stay Sad Forever. Also, I'm going to keep pronouncing it Skidoo. But I've seen comments on the internet, and that's why I'm going to keep calling it Skidoo, because you can never trust them, that in fact, this is just an older English spelling of shadow. So this is just the Shadow Tree and Shadow Altus. Because English is a bullshit language in terms of spelling, I believe it. But I'm still going to call it Skidoo because I've just been reading it that way how long now? What news from Mordor, my lord? What does the thighs command? But yeah, I believe I missed earlier over here. So here's another one of the Forager Brood, the friendly pests. Try item. Try healing. None of these are helpful. So lonely. I've been jokingly calling it Skidoo as well for over a week now. So it's a little bit hard to tell, but it's shivering from the cold. So I think I have one of these on me. Though maybe not. Yes, I do have a warming zone. Okay. Actually, I'll mark up this message. Arrived the Bugman in fetal position. Yeah, he was cold. Then after you do that, this is faster than going to a Grayson, walking back. But yes, hey Captain. I've not done too much yet. You missed a very trustworthy Count Emir telling us things. Taking us to a place. Alright. Forger Brood Cookbook 4 and Shadow Sunflower. So yeah, we make it, he feels better now. He was cold and now he's not cold any longer, which, you know, I like it. Shadow of kindness toward Moore and his kin. This gives you holy poop pickled liver. Ooh, okay, that one's actually important. Because the final boss of this DLC in Phase 2 does holy damage. And they do holy damage. They do a lot of holy damage. What more things should I look at? Well, let's first go to the Finger Ruins and do that thing real fast. Since I picked that up. Which I really assumed it was going to be something from the church in the Shadowkeep, but no. It is Count Emir at, what is the place called? It's Manus something? Manus Metir. I don't know if Metir is anything, but Manus obviously. Hand. Which the hand guy sends us to the Finger Ruins. Wow. So surprising. Dragon Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe with dragon powers. Although he's not optimized for dragon powers. I need to die because this, like, the weird cape, like, I assume the stream picks up how sometimes it just, like, freaks out. Which is funny, don't get me wrong. But it also just makes me a little bit scared. You bitch. All the way over there? Ah. Hand guy, Finger Ruins, Nail Dungeon. Ah, god damn it. I should just wait it out. I suck. Okay, good. Okay, I saw this one's later on that also do this. I did not realize these ones also did it. You curved that shit, god damn you. Got the chill Valentine treatment. You're not wrong. Now, unfortunately, we cannot finish the Finger quest line right now. Because, like, half of the DLC is in the Shadowkeep and from the Shadowkeep. Although, well, let's keep doing this anyways. Crimson Sea Talisman +1. So this just gives you more HP restoration from your Flask of Crimson Tears. The Erdtree seed of this talisman was presumed to be an object of myth. This age-old artifact also depicts the two fingers, perhaps harking back to the birth of the Erdtree. What talismans do I have on right now? Ah, right. I have the jumping one on. Okay. I'm also currently naked, which means I better be on a light load, right? Yeah, I'm on a huge light load. Okay. All right. Let's go talk with Handman. Okay, he still doesn't have the little one with him that he was talking about.
Oh, there you are. The exalted timbre of the bell has reached these
Timbre.
ears of mine. Gracious, the starry sky is wondrous tonight indeed. Only your fate shines brighter. Now, these are for you.
I like how he sounds. Timbre. Ruins map second. Beloved Stardust.
Think nothing of it. I have made my decision to be of help. May the gleaming stars guide you evermore.
So, he gives us Glintstone Nail and Glintstone Nails. Glintstone sorcery of Count Emir, High Priest. One of the finger sorceries said to have been discovered in a hallowed ruin. Flings a magic nail that crumbles during flight. Charging increases potency. Count Emir boasts that this is mere child play, an echo of a greater truth. And then Glintstone Nails, which is just the same spell, but you do more. Ask about the knight in black armor, who was rude to us.
Ah, you met Yulan. Well, I hope that she behaved at least. The poor girl has overcome grave misfortune. Her tongue can be sharp at the best of times, but don't think that makes her a bad person. It's no surprise her little sister, too, has a heart of gold.
Then ask about the nature of the world.
I fear that you have borne witness to the whole of it. The conceits, the hypocrisy of the world built upon the Earth Tree. The follies of men. Their bitter suffering. Is there no hope for redemption? The answer, sadly, is clear. There never was any hope. They were each of them defective. Unhinged from the start. Marika herself. And the fingers that guided her. And this is what troubles me. No matter our efforts, if the roots are rotten, then we have little recourse.
So, unless I missed something, it doesn't actually sound like anything from the DLC gives you different possible endings for the base game, which is kind of a shame. I would imagine if there was of a couple of them, this would be one of them. This just has that vibe down, this little NPC quest line.
Ever young Mikola saw things for what they were. He knew that his bloodline was tainted, his roots mired in madness. A tragedy if ever there was one. That he would feel compelled to renounce everything when the blame lay squarely with the mother.
All right.
May the gleaming stars guide you evermore.
Map to Overrunes received. Check in inventory. So he blames Marika, which there's a lot of anti-Marika sentiment on this side of the Erd Tree.
Oh, hello. Is something the matter? May the gleaming stars...
All right. Now if we look, we have these which we looked at. Beloved Stardust, a talisman depicting a wizened hand gently gripping a glintstone. Shorn's casting speed for sorcery and incantations by the utmost, but increases damage taken. Count Emir was known for his recitations. One need only envision the romance of the stars above, with adoration for Stardust in one's heart, to become a great sorcerer. Do so and you will know love. A simple old map, faded and dirty, acquired from Count Emir, High Priest, indicates another hallowed ruin, apart from the one shown on the first map. May the gleaming stars guide you evermore. So this one, so this first one that's the here. This one is for here. But if you notice, this goes around here to here to here. So yeah, this is why you need to go here from the Shadow Keep. Maybe Jolan will be nicer to us since Count Emir seems to be buddies with us.
How did you... Did Count Emir reward you with that? Then I see you have gained his trust, and therefore mine. I am Yolan. The night is yours now to wield.
What does it say? I'm sure they just weren't thinking of it when they directed them to say their lines. But the fact that, like, so it's the J, she's Yolan, but when Count Emir said it, he was Jolan. He had that J to it. Oh well.
Don't get the wrong idea. We are neither friends nor confidants. I am merely honoring Count Emir's wishes. Enough of you. Enough of you.
So mean to me. I can't even hurt her. None of the murder buttons work. Okay. So, I have... I don't know why I went here the rest. I have other things I could do, but I kind of wanted to finish the map, right? Well, did I? No, it's all the way over this way. That's right, that's right. That requires going to the Shadow Keep. So let's go to the Shadow Keep. But first, how about a lesson on biology? Oh, which one is this? Oh, you can get Freya for this. And this is the horn scent. There are... Well, let's begin with maybe first one things. What is one animal that doesn't need to be made bigger or angrier? It would be a hippo. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you do a lot of damage. I guess I'm not wearing armor either. Oh. This lack of armor is going to get me killed. Ooh. I also do a lot of damage, though. Now, it is well known that hippos are, of course, vulnerable to anchor attacks. Which is why they are wading creatures that stay away from the sea. Also, hippos are part porcupine. So beware wild porcupines in your area. And there's a death. How medieval artists depicted hippos. Okay. Alright, let's put on some actual goddamn armor now. Because I'm pretty sure that's the only reason. Well, I mean, it's going to do a lot of damage anyways, but... Oh, I don't know if you saw this. A New Game Plus, Donnie. I actually went the Frenzied Flame route, but then I used the needle to suppress it, so... I still maintain Bobby Joe's original ending, but... Renala's dumb hat. Raptor's black feathers. Does this actually make a huge difference? I guess it helps a little bit. Oh, you make me medium load though. I don't want that. Alright. Now we have actual armor on. That might help a little bit. Although rolling properly might help more. Oh, I think I'm dead anyways though. Death 100 to a giant porcupo. Hippopine? I guess it was still in hippo mode then, but... Oh. Fortunately, I don't think I'm likely to need to go to a 4th digit there. Hippopine sounds like an awful Christmas tree. Damn. I am not feeling it right now. 101. Sees a hippo, leaves. Hey, Darth. Now. It's not a hippo, it's a golden hippo, which means it's half porcupine. Oh, did I not drink my physic? I didn't lose... Okay, good. I rolled that. I didn't roll that. Oh, wow, okay. He does a lot of damage. I can't believe I've died 4 times to the golden hippo. Oh, you don't need to go this way, by the way. There's the side gate, too. But I'm not gonna... Hippopotamus. There we go. I don't know why my brain was not just... Alright. I've gone through a lot of healing. Fortunately, while they look like it, these aren't all like a lingering hitbox of pain. Oh, I got greedy there. Now it thinks it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, it is gold. Oh no. Isn't that cursed? Okay. Could pass the Supersonic. 5 deaths to Golden Hippo. I mean, I don't think it's gonna beat Ancient Dragon Senesax or Bale the Dread, but... excellent. There we go. That was what I was hoping Bobby Joe would do. Aspect of the Crucible Thorns and 2 Skidoo Tree Fragments. Stupid giant golden hippo. Killing Bobby Joe. How dare it. Aspect of the Crucible that manifested in golden hippopotami creates a bristling mass of a thorn-like fur on the caster's back before scouring the area by rolling around on the ground. Charging increases potency. In an age long past, before this land was enshrouded in shadow, the vitality of the Crucible flourished. Remains of this can be seen in the ancient ruins. That requires 27 faith. I'd have to mess with too much stuff to actually show it off. Anyways, you saw the hippopotamus use it, so it's fine. Ooh, I can make another blessing? Yes, please. Make this DLC easier for Bobby Joe? I'm gonna need it. Ah. Okay, there are 3 messages in front of this door. Odds on all 3 of them having, oh, you don't have the right. I would say 2 out of 3. I'm going to be optimistic. It is a shame. Like, I'm glad that this is very popular from Software's sake. But it is a shame that that also means there's just a plethora of completely useless garbage messages. You don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right. Therefore, you don't have the right, oh, you don't have the right. You don't have the right, same thing. Ah, damn, all 3 of them had it. You know what, I had too much faith in humanity. Maybe I should just be glad there's not a you do have the right. Otherwise, we would have the all other half be there. No, such a thing is utterly inconceivable. We have not been abandoned. Mesmer is the son of Queen Marika. Her grace would never abandon her own flesh and blood. The lesson is never be optimistic. Hey, Bubs. Yeah, at least when it comes to that stuff anyways. Okay. Shadowkeep. Oh my god, I do so much damage on Bobby Joe, I forgot. Holy moly. Yeah, for all the good this game has done, the messages are the FromSoft equivalent of Reddit karma whoring. Ugh. Whoops. I knew that guy was there, and I still fell for that. I'll blame the fact that I was taking some psychic damage from how accurate that thing you just said is. I'm sorry, do you think you could rest on your job? Hey, you think you could be a cool guy? Well, you can. You can be a Deadpool guy. Derivative repetitive stuff gets all the updates. Yeah. Oh, the main gauche. Dagger with a large handguard, intended to be used in the left hand, thereby complementing a piercing sword or identical blade held in the right to enable a distinctive style of fighting. I'm surprised it doesn't have like a special parry skill on it. Or how I could see it having buckler parry on it by default, but no, it's just regular parry. I only got this guy with one anchor. Huh. So the Shadow Keep is a very big legacy dungeon. And it might... Oh crap. It might be the best in the entire game. It's definitely up there. Alright. Bro, are you okay? Well, you were okay. And now you got anchored. Thank you very much. Come again, never. This one would just flame cleanse me, right? Shadow Realm Rune 6. Golden remnants of the grace bestowed upon those who fell in the realm of shadow, used to gain 22,500 runes. In a long forgotten place where none would tread, the light of grace quietly grew ever more brilliant. Oh, I forgot how many of these I had. Rogue plenty. Okay, so I did change it. I missed a 5 so far, which is not weird. I've been exploring as thoroughly on Bobby Joe as I might have. Is that the first one of those I picked up? No, okay. Yeah, they put a few of the spells in the game as consumables instead, which is an interesting choice. It's not bad. That said, Golden Vow is like different with everything that does it, so I don't know the different stats on the consumable version. Going around through the Shadow Key. Or I guess if I've been pronouncing skidoo skidoo, we can just call this the Skidoo Keep. Talisman of Lord's Bestowal. Is that one? No, it's Bestowal. I think these guys are actually pretty peaceful, but I don't trust them. And neither does Bobby Joe. A talisman depicting Godfrey, first Elden Lord, receiving the precious sap. Increases poise after using a flask of tears. The Lord accepted the sap stoically, without any sign of wavering. No wonder Lord of the Erdtree cast a long shadow over the lands. Here's another one of these guys. Damn. This is what I get for getting greedy. Like, I fight these guys primarily through parrying them, so... Like, the thing is, and your mileage may vary, but I just find that, like, not that it's easier or harder to do it one way or the other necessarily, but usually it's more just like once you find a way, it helps to stick to it. The Shadowkeep is also big. I feel sorry for the Twin Blade guys, because as long as you have enough damage to stagger them, since they have their cool two-handed weapon, what they don't have is a great shield to thus resist your attacks and bounce off safely. I could have spent these runes. Maybe I should have. Oh well. Alright, I think that's a door that would have been locked from the other side. Okay. So we've gone through that area now. Good luck. I want to go home. So this is kind of the halfway point of the DLC area. It has a lot of other places you can go from it. Also, there's more of these guys. I want to get... Let's be safe here. I want to get the backstab. Oh. Ooh. Just anchor them through the goddamn ground. It's because those little guys are small enough. They count for, they count as a downed enemy critical instead of a regular backstab. Oh, now these guys are trying to poison us because they are rude. So this is a very important ladder. That I completely missed my first time going through this Shadowkeep. And I say it's a very important ladder because it in fact eventually leads to the place where you get the final map fragment. And oh, is it a long circuitous route? This, however, is the way to the main Shadowkeep. Bone Dart. It is guarded by the new basic enemy type. Meet a Fire Knight. They're usually pretty tough, but you can stagger them with some jump attacks. This one, there's two types. One of them has daggers. This type, he's not showing it anymore. He had a greatsword, which, similar to the Godslayer greatsword, is one of those ones that's very light for its size and has a faster moveset. It is very good. Would not be surprised if it eventually gets nerfed. Which, that's probably coming up relatively soon. Like, there's a perfume bottle that does lightning damage that, interacts with the Rolling Sparks Ash of War in an incorrect way. That is almost definitely going to get nerfed. I guess I could try to get there on Bobby Joe in time. Going the right way to do so, I guess. This is the other door we could, the one that has all the, oh, you don't have the rights, blah, 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 blah. I, it shouldn't bother me the way it does. I think it's just the fact that, like, people leave helpful messages and they can easily get lost when all you see are garbage messages like that. Somber Smithing Stone 8. Seek Tier. I think that's how they were trying to say go here. Beware of jumping off. Beware of secret passage. Oh, actually, you know what I want to do? Let's first... Also, I'm not sure if people have complained about this. I want to say that, and Elden Ring itself wasn't bad in this regard too, but the DLC areas feel like, especially in the Legacy dungeons, that they're a bit generous with where grace placement is, or shortcuts to other graces. I don't mind this, but it is a complaint that some people sometimes have when they're like, if you put the bonfires too close together, etc., etc. I remember that would be bandied about because of Dark Souls 3. The Dragon Slayer armor's bonfire versus the one before the archives. Got that a lot. And I feel like the Shadowkeep has a couple of these. Although, Shadowkeep it's more excusable. And I think a couple of these are because you can come here from different ways. Because there's at least 2 ways through this place, because there's 2 different entrances. But yes, we've gone far enough to do that now. Let's go... We need to go back to wherever that ladder is. Is it this way? Yes, it's this way. I believe this is the right way to this. I want to go the other way. Do a little waterfall. I didn't actually get caught by this, but this is definitely one of those ladders where I could see you dying here. Because this is enough of a fall to kill. No liar head, therefore edge. All the messages that say edge also come up a lot. Oh, look, here's another painting. Domain of Dragons painting. I have not found any of those. I'm probably gonna have to look them up because I'm really bad at doing so. Where is it? I am freaking blind. Oh wait, I think that's because... No, I'm just freaking blind. There we go. Praise the hidden path. Wouldn't be a big Souls type area if you didn't have to go through the sewers to get someplace. It's everyone's favorite. How do we get to a place we need to go? We need to rest in a traveling coffin. I'm astonished they haven't placed at least like one, like, I'll call it a coffin mimic, where you get in the coffin and then you just die. Secret coffin. Now, admittedly, this one, you just used to go down. So, to be honest, it's one of those ones that actually is kind of justified. It's not like a magic coffin, which gets magically tethered up vertically. Alright. Is anything this way? Skidoo Altus. Skibidi dibidi Skadoo Altus. I'm also going to need... Oh wait. Domain of Dragons painting. Alright, there's no point in reading that, because... Drawstring, golden grease. Solidified knot grease made from a mixture of wholly resonant materials. A craftable item. A short string is attached to this lump. Quickly coats armament, adding heavy holy damage to attacks, but with a brief effect, owing to its small size. Enchanted with an ancient Erdtree incantation, such ministrations are all but a lost art in the realm of Skidoo. Bone dart. Animal bone sharpened into a knife for throwing. Craftable item. Throw at enemies to inflict damage. But yeah, see? This is how you reach this area down here. This is also an area you find that has a lot of furnace visages. I'm guessing the idea is, because the Shao keeps up here, so this is basically where they would toss out their dead furnace golems when they were done with them. Like, they couldn't use them anymore, so they were just like, throw them over the side. Just have legal dumping practices. This is fantasy and not modern, so we don't care about that. But, of course, lest you get too comfortable, there is one that is still up. Oh, I didn't reach. I didn't reach. There we go. Yeah, no, we're gonna make that in time. I did not rest. They're decently generous with these hitboxes, but these are still pretty miserable fights. Oh, come on. There we go. At least that's where I can get the head, which is always a concern with these things. The fact you have to stagger them twice is what really makes it suck. They take a lot to stagger too. Oh, I didn't see you doing that. Damn, I almost do enough raw damage with Bobby Joe that I don't even need the second stagger. Oil-soaked tear, furnace visage. The resulting concoction temporarily causes the imbiber to break out in an oily sweat, soaking nearby enemies in oil. Oil-soaked enemies are highly susceptible to fire damage. I don't know why. Also, do I have... Oh, I don't have the cookbook I need. No, yes I do. Yes I do. Or do I not? Volcano, hefty volcano pot. Hefty fire pot. No, I don't. It basically is, but in a physic, yes. Well, actually, technically it's not. The idea is you're sweating oil to make other people weaker to fire. The sploosh pyromancy was the opposite. I think you're talking about iron sweat or whatever it's called, where the idea is you're sweating so much it helps you. I don't... Oh no. I have hefty fire pot. I need the next... Okay, wait a second. Okay, okay. I have made a mistake. Okay. Lightning, fire. I need Greater Potentate's cookbook too. Sorry. Bear with me a moment here. Greater Potentate's cookbook too. I run down Traveler's Rest. Did I not find that? Did I really? I thought I guess I didn't go here on Bobby Joe? No, I guess I probably didn't. Okay. That doesn't look like it. Alright. Okay, well, we'll go to Great Bridge North. Yeah, we'll go to Great Bridge North. I'm just gonna do this now. This is the problem when I go, like, I don't... Sometimes I remember where some things are, but other times just right outside the brain. And there's so many cookbooks. I wish... Because they made a lot of cookbooks so that you could find more things that were unique, right? But they really could have done with condensing them down. Alright. This teaches us the hefty furnace pot. So, one of the things I've actually been kind of bad at doing is when you can go to, like, here. Craft the whole AM prepared using a capacious cracked pot. Good amount of materials to seal inside, though enemies to inflict severe fire damage. Throw an enemy to create a whirlwind of flame imbued with a hex of the furnace. The furnace's flame burns away both body and soul. When impurity is thus expunged, one calls it cleansing. So I have 4 hefty cracked pots. Excellent. Okay. Memories for computers and cowards. Alright, now that we've gone and found that, go back to Castle Watering Hole. Although I don't actually remember if that happens here. I think I'm actually thinking of ruins someplace else now that I think about it. It might be these ruins. I don't remember. I thought it was where there was a bunch. Well, let's see. This was something I kind of found on my own, but also kind of didn't. Okay, no, it is here. Okay. So see this one right here? I'm gonna hope the fact it's raining doesn't matter for this. Need to find a way up. Find a way up. I don't think this is the way up, actually. That's a really obvious way up. Or is it? Yes, Torrent. You just destroy everything in your path. You will not be stopped, for you are a goat pony. Doo-doo. Okay, this might be the way to go. Lost Ashes of War, very nice. Alright, am I going to actually find anyone who's saying the right message? Fire required ahead in short time for throwing. Fire required ahead, try throwing. Let there be throwing, therefore try fire. So I only discovered this because people leaving actually helpful messages, which is why assholes who leave bad messages stop doing that. Ugh. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let us put on this pot. Now, you need to use the furnace pot because you need to make a whirlwind of fire, and you bring it to life. And we have to kill it now, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You just heard something. Like, it just did that big explosion of fire and just heard a bunch of things. Which, like, is the value of giant AoEs, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's see if we can get to its face. Oh, I think we might be able to still. Excellent. Shabam. Having to wake up a Furnace Golem to kill it is not the most cursed thing, but it is definitely up there. Okay, good. I did those attacks quickly enough. They really got the poise going. That was pretty clean. Blood-sucking crack tier. Furnace Visage. This tier, however, is for those who are good at this game. The resulting concoction temporarily increases attack power, but drains HP over time. So there is a little classic Dark Souls pyromancy called Power Within. And now you can mix that into your physic. Now, here's a fun thing. Mostly for Captain. Because Stone Sheathed Sword. Oh, interesting. Oh, is that how that works? Oh, that's neat. Okay. So, a sword that none can pull from its scabbard of cracked stone, relic of a lost civilization from a time long past, said to have served a ritual purpose at altars of light and darkness. So, I don't quite remember which catacomb it was with Bobby Joe. Um, was it Fog Rift? It might have been Fog Rift. It's whichever one has the spiked ceilings that slam down. I missed a couple items, including this sword, except I just got this sword here. That's because you have to go to both of these. Um, it'll probably be fast enough since I've already cleared that to go through here. Let's grab this real fast. Giant Golden Arc. Sorcery of the Inquisitors of the Tower, wielded as an incantation of the Spiral. A swing of the arm releases a giant golden arc. Charging enhances potency. The arc resembles the barb, a known symbol of coercive questioning. Alright. Yeah, we can come back to the ruins of Unt soon enough. Let's go to here. Let's see if I can find this place I messed up in. Oh, we can take off this hefty furnace pot for now. Actually, I'll leave it on for now. Yes, this is the right one. Okay. Uh-oh. I made it. There's a few other things I missed. I can't deal with you. Like, I've missed things in both jails. Unfortunately. I don't know if I want to go... Although, the sad thing is... Whoa. One of the things I missed was very nice and cool, but... Is this the right jail? I think it is. I need to find the room. Uh-oh. Okay, good. That's not enough fall to actually hurt. This is the way I need to go. Okay. Uh-oh. Risky, 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 risky. Okay. Aha, he tried to hurt me, but it didn't work. Okay, they reset this. At least I hope I'm going the right way. I didn't skip the one I needed to. I'm pretty sure it's the one that's further along. Oh, there's more guys here than I thought there'd be. Baba Joe. We don't need to deal with those wizards. Those wizards want to deal with us, but we don't need to worry about them. I am very thankful that that hitbox was fair and reasonable and did not hit me. Because there was definitely like a small section of Bobby Joe sticking out there. Alright, now this I did not actually discover naturally on any of my characters, but instead from a friend who was streaming their little go on a on Discord. So this is Ash of War Blinkbolt. Blinkbolt, skill used by the Golden Knights who served Godwyn. From a low stance, the body is transformed into a bolt of lightning and charges straight ahead at fulgurous speed. Usable on... Oh, I can put that on the anchor. Ooh. Ooh. Do we want to have a dash on an anchor? Do we want to give Bobby Joe that power of anime? Alright. Dark, oh dark. Raise the stone sheath sword to the dark. Sword of Darkness. Speaking of anime. Sword of Darkness pulled from its stone scabbard at an altar. From the quick of the root, wandering coils of darkness coalesce and release, their eddies and vortices giving form to the dark blade. Unique skill, Darkness. Raise the sword aloft and cleave surroundings with darkness. Deals holy damage and temporarily reduces holy damage negation. I don't know if there's a third of these and you can make the Sword of Darkness into a Sword of Light. Maybe. But okay. Now that we've done that. Thank you to Ash for showing me that one. So that I could find the other one. What do we have on these? Ashes of War. This is Bloodhound Step and this is Horlu's Earthshaker. Blink Bolt. We could make it lightning, which would give it dex scaling and just drastically reduce our damage. We can keep it heavy though. And does that... Okay. Now it looks like we have... Bobby Joe is now a lightning shark. We have like 10 of those. And then you can do one without the FP and it just becomes a little eh. Okay. Now that we've done that, we can actually get going to that part of the map we haven't been to yet. It's also really funny to me because like we went from somewhere in here down to here. This was like the least necessary coffin transition they've ever had. Like, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been too hard. Like, I think it was just too much verticality for them to want to deal with it, but... Raiden Samejin. I don't think it's ever gonna get use out of. Well, you can attack out of it, right? Can I... Okay. So you can attack out of it, but... Alright. And now we are at the waterfall. This is Recluse's River upstream. Ah, right. I think this is where you find... Okay. So now we need to head down. Down, down, down. Also, yeah, for some reason there's these just breaks in the path. I should have marked up those messages. Those are actually good messages, trying to warn people. Here's more man-flies. For a second I was like, I could try to blink bolt across there, but I don't feel like having Gravity's first death be just because of that. Although somehow I've died 100 times with Bobby Joe in this DLC, and not actually once to gravity yet. It is, quite frankly, astonishing. Now, we've had two that were adjacent to gravity. One of them where I... Like, if I count as falling damage, that one that I have as a, like, collision glitch would probably count because that's the way they, like... They just have you die as if from a long distance fall if you get stuck. Just so you don't get in that, like, any bad case where you're, like, physically stuck on geometry but with an enemy aggro to you that can't hit you. Which would be incredibly bad luck, but I could see it happening. Alright. Fly mold. Your smithing stone 3. Is this the other way we need to go? This goes a long way around too, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's heal up. Kill this manfly. Touch Grace. What does this say? Sniping spot required ahead. Time for bow. Oh, there is one over there. Okay. Oh, I even have a bone bow still equipped. Look at me. Really? Wow, no, that was just weirdly precise. Okay. Am I still on? I'm on light load. Yeah, I had an extra 3 pounds from this bow I could have taken off. I will take that off, actually. Let's put on heavier pants. Oh, actually, no, those are still too heavy. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Oh, it's very dark. We do need to get that. But instead of going to get that way, we'll go this way. Oh my god, it's so dark. It's so spooky. Do I have my light on? That does nothing. This light just shows how dark it is by making the dark darker. I mean, I was just being dumb saying that, but I'm sure there's like a villain who has legitimately used that as their like villain monologue. You are the light that makes my darkness darker. Sounds like something All For One would say. That freaking nerd. Oh man, I can't believe my hero is gonna be wrapped up in like 4 chapters. Oh crap. Don't die to the bird. I died to the bird. Okay. "104. That's annoying, but that's fine. Grave birds are in fact beneath Ralva the Great Red Bear. Grave birds too. Well, on the bright side, it is now lighter, which I'm going to appreciate. I don't know if I really want to talk about jump much during this, but I will say a fun fact. I have been the final boss of the DLC. It took me probably 5 to 6 hours across all my attempts. About, I'd say, under half of which but at least 100 of, was all throughout. Oh yeah, right, there's a bunch of flies in here. I'm not gonna bother with them. While I was reading Shonen Jump on Sunday. Which began, but mostly ran to after when you guys were playing your Elder Scrolls game. I just was also late doing other things, which is why, between that and finishing Elden Ring DLC, I didn't even jump in to say hi or listen to you guys. I forgot Torrent's HP was still low. Come on, Torrent, come back. Have your Kool-Aid. Okay, now we need to find our runes, which are right here. But anyways, I say this, I know it was 100, because what I would do is I would read a chapter from Shonen Jump proper, not the Manga Plus series, but I did count Ruri Dragon because that just moved there because of health reasons. And then, can I jump this? No, it's too far to jump, isn't it? Anyways, that's back the way I came. No, I want to go this way. I shall find my center under the cascading waters. Yeah, we'll go down this way. Try Leaf Seal. Wasn't really a week of manga worth talking about outside of Akane Banashi. Yeah, pretty much. There were some things in some other series, but yeah, what I would do is I would read a chapter and I would try the final boss for 5 attempts. And that got me to where I could sometimes get to his second phase. Sacred Seal of the spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf sect enhances incantations of Mikola. Those who saw the decline of the Erd Tree and the fallen leaves long ago braced themselves for the weakening of order and embraced a strict faith, and then they made to serve a new god. This goat is having issues. I think it's because it wants to run away from me, but it doesn't want to run past Bobby Joe. You know what? I'm going to leave it be. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. I'm so bad at judging the distance here. But yeah, so that was how I spent... Which was not like... I think my idea there was I didn't want to be too busy just doing the one thing, like dying over and over. I don't know if that really worked out in the long run, but first off, right? Oh, there's more slimes here. Ugh. But it did, like, at least give me something where I didn't have to do too many attempts. I probably should have broken it up more, like... I don't know. Doing, like, 4 chapters and, like, 15 to 20 attempts at once. Is this where I dropped the... Summer Swing 7? No, it wasn't. Okay. A Skidoo tree fragment. But it was something to do. That might be... I spent so long on Bale, because that was also my first attempt on Bobby Joe. Depending on if I get there before he might get nerfed. Because there's elements of that final boss that probably should be nerfed. He's still doable, as evidenced by the fact that I did it. But he is a lot. And there are ways you could mitigate what makes him hard. I keep saying him, which is kind of a slight spoiler that it's a him, but also, you know, we've been following Mikola, so big shock. Is this where the pot was? Human bone shirt, okay. Dry leaf robe, arm wraps, and cuissards? Cuissards? Ah, I think this is where the pot was I broke. Moldmonger's bell bearing. Oh yeah, I think this is the one that gives you flyman mold. That's not a great thing. Since you being it, I heard Moog beat the allegations. Oh. Moog didn't just beat the allegations. But it turns out the victim was the one who deserved the allegations. But yeah, I've seen that. I technically saw that. Like, I got spoiled on it 2 different ways. Because I saw Ongbal did a video of it. Ongbal doing the impressive feats where he's like very gimped as a character and he still crushes them without getting hurt. And then of course I've seen the tweets about Moog, which admittedly is not tied to actually fighting that boss, but doing Ansbach's questline. I don't have my flask anymore. Well, this should be fine, theoretically. Guys, it's a Rakshasa. It's not a, she's called Rakshasa. She isn't an actual Rakshasa. I learned it from a Dreadnought skit. That still keep going, by the way. Rakshasa just means demon monster. Well, more important, she's not literally one. But in fairness, what she's done has merited it, I guess you could say. But we'll find out when we get her armor in a second. Yay, weak foe ahead. They're actually decently parryable, but I'm actually really bad at parrying Rakshasa. Rakshasa's Great Katana. Helm, armor, gauntlets, greaves. Okay. Greaves of Rakshasa soaked the spurting blood. Oh. Soaked the spurting. Okay, I think that's supposed to have an in or something. Greaves of Rakshasa soaked in the spurting blood of her victims. Tatters of ragged cloth jut out haphazardly as if her lust for carnage threatens to break free. Increases damage dealt to foes, but greatly increases damage taken by the wearer. Cut down and devour. Only those who repeat the cycle without rest can truly subvert the self and become Rakshasa. Same. Okay. Rakshasa's Great Katana. A great katana with a tempering pattern of its blade forever stained red with blood. Weapon of Rakshasa who cuts down and devours. A berserker's weapon used to endure enemy attacks and reply with one's full fury. When attacking, the wielder is less likely to stagger from counterattacks, but will also take increased damage. Unique skill. Weed Cutter performs scythe-like horizontal swings with the sword, cutting men down as if they were weeds. Additional inputs allow for the continuation of the attack for as long as stamina remains. So that's why Weed Cutter was just back and forth, back and forth. The idea was Rakshasa's built for so much damage against weaker people, she'd just go back and forth, killing them left and right and left. Moldmonger's Bell Bearing. The bell bearing of a horn-sent moldmonger who did not survive the war. After the twin maiden husks at the round table hold to gain access to the following items. Fly mold. Dry leaf cuissards. Sun-faded and lightly soiled travel attire worn by clergymen. Boots made of sturdy leather. Dry leaf arm wraps. Sun-faded and lightly soiled arm wraps. Wound tightly around the arms as if it might prevent them from being broken. Dry leaf robe. sun-faded and lightly soiled travel attire worn by clergymen. The gold necklace found under the breast belongs to a group of spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf sect. This sect rejects dependence on others in all matters of faith, seeking self-discipline and self-sufficiency above all else. And round rock. A round piece of rock, shaped by the water's current, can be used for crafting or simply for throwing at enemies. Found on the ground at places like riverbanks, it breaks easily, owing to extensive cracking. So there's Rakshasa. There's like a whole little side path area you can go down. I kind of wish they would actually get marked on the map, though. Is this not the way down? No, I think the way down actually you have to go a longer way around. Okay. Oh, actually, I think you can go this way. I just think they're saying don't you dare because you can go other paths. Down ahead. Oh yeah, look at this. Easy peasy. This is nothing for Torrent. This is almost like a waste of Torrent's goat horse abilities. Alright. Let's go looking around. Did I not? No, I did do Bonnie Jail. Okay. Oh, right. I think I missed this on my other character. It's Skidoo Cross. Alright. Now, another fun biology lesson. While porcupines or hippopines are pretty rare, the giant hippo can still be found in areas of low water because they are too big to want to actually go wading. They are, of course, easily hunted, for they hold skidoo tree fragments. Yes, Bobby Joe can become stronger. And hopefully I can not get stuck in this DLC. There's another hippo. I'm hunting hippo. I'm hunting hippo. Oh, the damage. That's because the anchors hit for counter damage, because they are stabbing weapons. And I think they might have also got like an extra hit off or something. Ugh, that was gross. Bobby Joe should not do 7,000 damage. Okay. So we killed Rakshasa. We killed those two hippos. So let's go back to Recluse's River downstream. In the great big adventure to finally finish the map. Even though I named this just Shadow of the Calibrations instead because of the way they changed how the DLC is balanced. But it is satisfying now that I know where to go to finish this map. Also, while this won't satisfy people who want Bloodborne 2, there are several things in this DLC which are either directly inspired or at least feel very reminiscent of certain things from Bloodborne. And we are in fact heading towards one of those right now. Doo-doo. Oh crap. I forgot. You're really annoying. Stupid curse blade. Oh crap. Okay, heal up Torrent. Oh, I think there's something up there though. That's fine. We'll come back later. As we keep going down, down, down. Was that a... it's just a message about like being fat or something. Okay. Riding around on my goat pony, swinging anchors. Oh no. I forgot they get buffed. Because of this asshole that I missed again. And the buff remains. Oh, you guys regenning? Is that what's going on? Well, either way, they've died now. Yeah, those definitely killed me on my first character. Not my first character. But the character I went first through the rest of this DLC with. Did I? No, wait, no, never mind. I was like, did I find this catacomb? But no, I know, in fact, I did find this catacomb. For very good reason. But we'll get there in a second. Okay. We'll just go right through the door with iframes and touch grace, because I don't want to risk dying here and having to go through that whole little area again. It's annoying. Darklight Catacombs. Let's go down into the dark light. What do they mean by dark light, though? Do they mean a black light? Well, no, actually. It's a little bit more straightforward than that. But first, before I do that, I'm going to actually take a small break here. So I'm just going to leave... Ooh, I can power up Bobby Joe a little bit. Yes, become stronger, Bobby Joe. I'll be right back in a few minutes, though. So, I am back. And while I was away, I noticed that I suddenly dropped a bunch of frames. Hopefully, that is nothing I should be concerned about. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss that happening during the stream so far. It just happened while I was away, which... weird coincidence, that. Alright. So, Darklight Catacombs. You thus see why they have dark in the name. It's a little spooky. Visions of dark, and then visions of Lord. I actually know what they mean by that message, but I'm still not going to rate it up because it's a dumb message. Well, it's there for if you're coming here and you know what's going on. I'm still not going to rate it up, though. Whatever, message, you can do what you do. Liar. Liar. Now you may be wondering why these are called the Darklight Catacombs, when so far it's just dark. We'll get there. Don't be impatient. That is not why they're called the Darklight Catacombs. It is very funny that happened there, though. That was good, excellent comedic timing on the part of that enemy. Lever ahead and let there be light. Because as that message said, it was when it was dark. It is now light. I guess the idea is that works through some kind of magic, because it's like blue ghost fire. Or maybe these uncover? I don't know how they light. Is there another way to go? I think it's going this way. I think we go this way, though, because it works out a little bit, because there's a talisman over this way, I think. As long as I don't mess up and go too far. I remember this one being kind of weird. Because if you drop the wrong way, it kind of throws you off. Viridian Amber Medallion +3. Boost maximum stamina by the utmost. The Earth Tree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. These medallions, of the largest variety, were conferred to Godwin's inner circle of distinguished golden knights. Why are they called the Darklight Catacombs when I have seen 0 cats and combs so far? Well, I don't know about the comb thing, but these imp guys are kind of cat-like. Oh, I hate those so far. And those guys have long, luxurious beard masks. So they might have combs on them. But yeah, see? Look, this guy has like a... Actually, I think this might be meant to be a sunflower. Oh, wow, that did a lot of damage. Well, okay, they're clearly meant to be lions. There was the dancing lion after all. And I guess, to push it even further, the dragon head things shoot out their cannon blasts. And dragons are kind of like dinosaurs, which are kind of like birds, and are birds, really. And a kind of bird is a rooster, and they have a comb. So maybe they have a comb-like thing on there, too. I don't know, I haven't looked at those in a little bit. We'll have one in a little while. Beware of sorcerer and short up. Alright, I don't have any range on Bobby Joe. I'm not sure how to get up there quickly. The other person I went through here actually had ranged options. Also, I like how those spells very clearly just track you, because there's no way he knew where I was for at least the second or third of those. Okay. One moment of truth. They're dragon-headed. No, it looks like they have like they have horns on the side of the head for sure. And they also have like scaly eyebrow ridges, but I don't think they have anything I can call a comb. So I think my forced attempt to poorly respond in humor unfortunately fails. I tried. Try attacking. Yeah, okay. It's probably a liar head for the other message. And let there be light. Thank goodness. Ooh. None of these? Okay. You? No, okay. Liar ahead. Yeah. Now that we have lights, I don't think there's a way to get to this spellcaster. Oh, wait, no. Yes, there is. Haha, ladder right there. How do we... Ah, I jump over this way. First off, down. First off, down, and then seek ladder. I'm surprised this isn't mentioned. Revenge. A dish best served, shark. Okay, that didn't work. That's fine. Shadow Realm Moon 5. In a long forgotten place where none would tread, the light of grace quietly grew ever more brilliant. Okay, so that's the way it is for 5 and 6. I think it goes up to 7 or 8. Unless maybe it goes higher and I didn't see that on that character because they weren't on New Game Plus. They were on New Game. Although I doubt anything in this DLC. This DLC, I think, changes minimally with New Game Plus, but it really feels like they designed it so that it goes on it scales on its own, like with the way they did the listings and everything. I would almost be mad at people, but I always forget there's guys down here. Excuse you. I think there's a way to... Can you kick down? Oh, come on. You jerks. Fine, come up to your imminent demise. Also, thank goodness for the stake of Marika, because the catacombs they've designed, they don't give you, like, checkpoints. And they've made these... Whoops! They've made them bigger now, so... Because the problem with the catacombs is they encourage playing safely, which I don't have patience for. Behold precious item, therefore turn back. How do I get up there, though? Oh, well, you fell down like a dumbass, at least. Offer healing. This is down. That goes up a little ways. I don't think that'd be a way to go here. It's probably further in someplace I just didn't find. Because it's not a ladder. Behold precious item, therefore time for a turn back. Oh, okay, wait. There's a thing there, though. Oh, wait. Maybe they're just being... Oh, this goes down. Okay. There's no way this is actually going to be worth it. I must have missed something up here. Alright. Back up this ladder we go. I think what bothers me is this means there's a way down I could have found that would have not had me getting punched on a ladder, which was very rude. See here, should praise the message. Hidden path ahead. No. Ladder. Man, does this look just a long way? Be wary of down. Okay. Liar ahead. Well, that's just death. There's a thing there, but that doesn't do me any good. That goes that way. Well, I am flummoxed. I see. There's a thing there. Praise the mushroom. Up. Well, there's a guy here. Wow, is that a whole place this I just never found? No head ahead. Death Knight, helm, armor, gauntlets, greaves. Oh my god. Well, this is new to me, I think. I actually want to go to the new items tab. Golden greaves of the Death Knights, adorned with an antiquated depiction of the Erd Tree and his skills and incantations of the capital's ancient dragon cult. These knights, once Godwin's personal guard, quested to find their transfigured master's cadaver surrogate for the coming age of the Duskborn. What? The decayed golden wheel that adorns it represents their unbroken loyalty to Godwin, he who became Prince of Death, whose own death masks served as the visors of their armor. Quest to find the transfigured master's cadaver surrogate for the coming age of the Duskborn. So... I don't think, if that isn't the DLC, I don't think I've found that. And then we find here, oh, Ghost Glove Ward 9, okay. Now, unfortunately, even the catacombs seem to follow the good old trusty rule of threes. So we have one more floor to do. Oh, this was done with me. I think I go this way. And pull the lever. So I ran and did this. Because Great Ghost Glove Ward. You can actually kill those guys from range, but I found on my other character that they then drop that item where you can't reach it. Now, in fairness, I have 8 of those. And like, I don't even use Spirit Ashes that often, so it's not like I need them. But at the same time, to not have them, don't want that. Is this the way I need to go? Or is this the way I came? This is the way I came, I think. Cheeky little bugger. Yeah, use the Ghost Glove warts for, they're doing the same mistake I did. That's fine. For the unique Spirit Ash summons. Likely, Fine, it's fine. Big Mouth Imp Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Use to summon the spirit of a large-mouthed imp. The spirit of this old imp, said to be fashioned after a dragon, has a big mouth that serves as a cannon and allows it to fire shells from the rear of the battlefield. I might leave the next part once I get through the finish of the catacombs for next time. No, maybe not, though. It'll be appropriate. Now it's getting nice and late, and dark and spooky. Not that it's really dark, it's only dark depending on your light levels in your room. And the time of day, I guess, if anyone's ever gone back to the recording or highlight. Oh, there we go. Excellent. I got hit with 5 heals. This might be enough. This is what, Bobby Joe's second or third catacombs. Although, it doesn't have the boss at the end that you think it might. Because so far it's been a lot of Death Knights. But it turns out, sage ahead, try rushing in. So if you recall from Dark Souls 3, we had the Crystal Sage. Meet Jory, Elder Inquisitor. And now they're dead. Barbed Staff Sphere, great enemy felled. Great Staff of Jory, Elder Inquisitor. The tip bristles with golden burbs, symbolic of the Inquisition's torture, allowing one to wield the staff as a great spear. Attacks deal holy damage, and potency increases with faith. Unique skill, Jory's Inquisition. Thus the great staff into the air, firing off a succession of golden barb-like arcs. Holding the button down extends the barrage for a short duration. I shouldn't have done that fight like that. Like, you didn't get to see what they did at all. I just brute forced it with Bobby Joe and the anchors. So, what they do, I mean, you got to see some of the magic they did. They also summon clones of the other Inquisitors, including a big fat one. We'll see them later, so at least that's not a loss. And they just do other things. They're not a particularly fun boss. And now, from the Forsaken Graveyard, we are finally heading towards this map fragment. And it's gonna get a little spooky. It awaits inside. That was a dev message. As we look around, the water looks all kind of discolored, and the very rocks are scarred with some kind of golden light, some kind of frenzied flame. Here's some more dev messages. Turn back while you are yet able. Yeah, these messages are not very helpful. Don't give up. I wonder if one of them says something I didn't actually find out until I saw a video of it instead. This actually freaked me out when I first encountered it in the other one. Don't let it see you. Once you are seen, there is no escape. It cannot even be touched. And, this whole big area is so spoopy that we can't even get our horse in here. Torrent is too scared. The spectral steed is frightened and cannot be summoned. Now let's see what he's gonna say. Mass ahead and then behold death. Let there be fear. Vision of monster. So these are sheep with their eyes glowing with frenzy fire. Praise the bravery, map oh map. Seek Dirk. So even the sheep here are afflicted with madness. Time for madness. Try luring out. So this is just a matting hand. These are not the things we were warned about. Matting hand weapon. So this is a fist weapon, as the matting spear hand strike. A glove stitched together from the flayed skin of the victims of a butcherous bloodbath. Afflicts target with madness. Raises attack power when madness is triggered in the vicinity. Forged of an unyielding black impulse towards revenge fostered in those who were hunted down as heretics by their own brethren. These are the weapons of the utterly downtrodden. Unique skill. Matting spear hand strike. Makes hand into the shape of a spear before unleashing a plunging stab that penetrates the body of the enemy. Afflicts foe with a large dose of madness. So this whole big area is afflicted with madness. Healing regarded, therefore praise the message. Because you're in these big scary woods, and you can't have your horse with you. And I was legitimately frightened. There's actually not all that much to be worried about, sadly. I'm gonna pull that right now. The ambience here is very spooky, and they do have an area about the thing they're talking about, but it is what it is. Did I not just see those? Maybe I was just seeing that in the distance. There's madness rats around. Which, I'll be honest, I don't think they should have had regular enemies. Like, they make this area too big and too empty regardless, but I think having the regular enemies already kind of detracts from the spooky ambience they were going with. Like, as much as I would have hated it, they could have probably done with having more of this area. Actually, have the enemies that are the actual danger. Which I'll get there in a moment, but first, it has been a long time coming. Here's the map. Map. Abyss. A new map has been found, Abyss. And there we have the Realm of Shadow. Map done. Let's get this icon going, just so we have it. Sheep. They know to run away from the shark. I'm not even using my lightning power. I should break that out once or twice. And a Skadutri fragment. Can I don't think I have enough. Do I have enough to level up? No, I don't have enough to level my Shadowrun Blessing. That's okay. Map of the Abyss to the east of Gravesite Plain. A thick forest sprawls at the depths of the ravine that is untouched even by sunlight. Known as the Sanctum of Sage Midra, it is a region forbidden by the Horn Scent. So when we were doing Lita, she actually mentioned... Alright, I still can't summon Torrent. She mentioned that the Horn Set did their own bad things. Frenzy Flame perfume bottle. Oh, I missed that on my other character. It's a perfume that makes people go crazy. Perfume bottle be made into a weapon by perfumers of the Realm of Shadow. Attacks release perfume powder, producing frenzied flame. From time to time, perfumers set out on journeys to pursue new aromatics and flower gardens. So, I bet this looks actually really cool too. Where is... It just has some int and faith too. But it's probably nice yellow. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't have the